Hello guys and welcome back to this channel. Today we'll be treating another topic, probability. And the simplest explanation that I'm going to give to you about probability is the chance of something happening. Yeah. So when we say probability, we're simply saying, okay, the chance of something happening. And what we are interested in is the possible outcomes all over total outcome. Don't worry, we'll stress this in a second. So when we talk about the possible outcome in a probability distribution, we're simply saying, okay, what are these things that makes up this probability we want to talk about. So for instance, if we have a table tennis ball, let's say we have two white balls and we also have three blue balls, and they are kept in a box. So without knowing that, okay, these items are white and blue, if you want to pick out an item from that box, which is you want to pick out a ball from that box, the chances that you are going to pick out a white ball is the possible outcome. So if the chances that you will pick out a white ball is the possible outcome, and the total outcome is the two white balls and the three blue balls. So if the probability here now, that probability of picking a white ball is the possible outcome of white balls, and how many white balls are there? We have two white balls, right? And total outcomes, how many balls are there in total? We have two white balls and three blue balls, so we have 5 here. So the chances of picking a white ball from a box containing two white balls and three blue balls is 2 all over 5. This is the simple answer for probability of this very question. Again, we'll treat something else, and probability is just like, will it happen or it will not happen? So there is no better way to start than to use this tricky question to introduce it to you. Tomorrow it is going to rain, or it is going to be a sunny day tomorrow. So do you think it will rain tomorrow, or you think it's going to be a sunny day? So we have two events here. Now we have rain as one event, and we have sun as another event, right? So if we have rain to be one event, sun to be another event, these are two events. So we add these two events, we have what? 2, correct? Now the chances that it will rain out of these two events is just 1 all over the 2 events, which is 1 all over 2. The chances that it will be a sunny day out of these 2 events is still 1 all over 2. So the answer that it will be a rainy day tomorrow is 1 all over 2. And either it will be a sunny day is also 1 all over 2. So this is your answer, as simple as it gets. So we go and dive in properly what probability is all about in the next video. This time around we'll be using the coin as our example. So I have with me 2 coins here, and as you can see, it has the head part and the tail part of the coin. So each of this coin has two parts. So it has the head and the tail. So if I toss one of this coin, I will obtain a part. And the chances of obtaining a part is just one of this part over the two parts which the coin contains. Now what we're saying here is this: the head is one part and the tail is what? Another part. So this is one and this is also one. If you add these two parts together, we have what? 2. Now the chances of obtaining a head, the probability of a head is equal to what we have here, 1 all over what? The total, which is 2. That is it. And the probability of obtaining a tail is equal to what we have here, 1 all over 2. So let's use it, demonstrate it now. So we have this fair coin which has a head and also a tail. So I'm going to toss it. I will toss it now and see what appears. So this is what appears. It is a head. So it is 1 all over 2. I will toss it again and see what appears. This time around, a tail appears. So they have equal chances of what? Appearing. But this is still what? Probability. Now we use the 2 coin as our next example. Now for this first coin, this example 1. Now for this first coin, we have a head and a tail. Now for the next coin, we also have a head and a tail. So the chances here are, when you toss these 2 coins together, you can have a head and a head. You can have a head here and a tail here. You can have a tail here and a tail here. You can have a tail here and a head here. So the chances there are, 1, you can have a head and what? A head. You can have a head and a tail. Correct? So you can have a head and a tail. Now you can also have a tail and a what? A head. So you can have a tail and what? A head here. So you can also have what? A tail and what? A tail. So these are the possible what? Outcomes you are going to have when you toss what? A 2 fair coin. Now let's see. Let's rewrite this properly. So these are the possible outcomes. So we have a head and a tail. Sorry, a head and a head as the first one. We have a head and a tail. We have a T and a head, but let's look at the alphabet there. H comes before T, so we can write it as what? A head again and a T. Correct? So we have a T and a T. So if we are asked what is the probability of obtaining a head when you toss 2 fair coins, so the probability of obtaining 2 head when you toss 2 fair coins, which is probability of head and head, is equals to, how many head do we have? We have just 1, right? So we have 1 all over. What are the chances we have? The outcomes 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4. The probability of obtaining a 2 heads is what? 1 all over 4. Now the probability of obtaining a head and a tail is how many? So we have a head and a tail 1, a head and a tail 2. So we have what? 2 events there. All over total what? Events, which is 4. And the probability here is what? 1 all over 2. Now the probability of obtaining a 2 tail is still the same as the probability of obtaining 2 heads, which is 1 all over 4. So this is the probability of 1 fair coin and 2 fair coin. See you in the next video.